It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Davante Adams. He got to the century mark in receiving last week with a...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now Jones. This one complete to Panton. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Myers. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Operating from the gun, Harper. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you...
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st down, Harper, right side caught by Jackson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Harper.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Raiders!
Foster Moreau from a yard out. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row.
And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the gun on third down, Harper. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, it's Patton. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now Jones. Off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one too low.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jakobi Meyers from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by Jakobi Meyers on the touchdown reception. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off play action. Harper. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On 4th down, Harper. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kingsley Enagbare. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Off the play fake. Harper. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And it's complete to Adams.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Harper.
A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Off play action. Harper. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake. Harper. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch, by the way, ties him with Anquan Boldin all time. He's now at 1,076 career catches.
That number's staggering, isn't it? And to accumulate that many catches, you have to have played like Anquan Boldin with a fierce toughness and a ton of pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off-play action. Harper. And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On second down, Jacobs. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Harper. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 and 4. 5-yard gain now makes it 1st and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. Back now in Foxborough. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Harper. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-score game. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Myers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, and caught by Henry. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got it.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. Things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Harper out to, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Harper. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
To throw is Jones.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Jakobi Meyers.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Pats have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was all capped off by Jakobi Meyers on the touchdown reception.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Raiders now down by 4, under 1:20 to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Bryce Hall. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one to...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth.